I realized that I recorded a video earlier without using the external mic, which is complete oversight on my part. It's over 100 degrees today, super hot out, and the AC unit for my house, while it's only 2 years old, is actually not able to keep up with the heat of sustained over 100 degrees or close to 100 degrees. So it's been really, really hot in the house, and I've just been trying to keep cool. I keep putting the computer in sleep mode and going to a different room, sitting underneath the fan. I got an ice pack, just trying to stay as focused as I can without, pouring sweat at all times. And I've had a couple really good meetings today. Two of them that didn't go the way I was kind of hoping, and one of them that's still kind of up in the air. I think for you guys, we're going to have some news probably come Friday that will kind of clear up and put a lot of context to the meetings. And that sun is bright. Put some context to the meetings that you guys have seen here on the vlog. Other than that, it's just been kind of a normal day, just at a way higher temperature than I'd like. I think in this room right now it's like 78 or 79 degrees. It's very, very uncomfortable. Was able to take care of something that became an item of moderate concern that I covered a few days ago. And what's crazy about it, went out to the mailbox, and it's got two little nails. The number, you put the number up, it's got little holes in the top and the bottom, and you hammer in the nail. And I was out there for all of like 8 seconds, and I was just miserably hot, just like pouring sweat like a basketball player in the fourth quarter. It was crazy. But that's just kind of the day it's been. Right now it is 4:15, and I'm watching one or two videos that I wanted to get caught up on YouTube, and waiting for a response from someone that can dictate the direction that the news goes come Friday. I was actually hoping to stream today I was thinking like 3 or 4 hours, but I really don't want to fire up the stream PC and when it's already 80 degrees in this room. The case that it's in and everything about that computer, it just pumps out heat, and I just don't want to deal with it. It's already miserably uncomfortable. So that being said, I'm just going to continue to chill out, finish watching these videos, get another ice pack, try to stay as cool as I can, and then jump back on it when they get online or when they respond. Strongly considering not attending DreamHack Atlanta this year. It's only about a 4-hour drive. I can get a free ticket, and I have some reasons to go, but I'm also getting the vibe that it's probably not going to be worth the time, and that kind of sucks. I think if you had asked me like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, it was like 90% chance that I was going to be there. But just after talking to a couple different people and just some of the stuff that I've got going on here, and then reading a few things, like the closer it gets, the less and less I feel like it's going to be a valuable use of my time. And I hate that, because I really want to get out of the house and travel and go to somewhere. Travel maybe to a city I've been to, or a new city, or go see family up north or something. I figured DreamHack Atlanta would kind of let me do a little bit of everything. But at this moment in time, I'm like 50-50 on if it's going to be a trip that I want to make. Which I guess is a good question to ask you guys. Are you going to DreamHack Atlanta? And if so, is there a specific team or event? Are you just going to hang out? Are you doing the BYOC? Would love some feedback on that. And maybe if enough people say they're going, maybe I can kind of be pushed over the edge to definitely attend. But as right now, like I said, 50-50, best case. And I feel like the closer it gets, the less and less committed to it I've become. One thing I spent some time on, since it's been super hot in the house, when I was between meetings and I didn't want to be in the office where all the computers and equipment are, it's like super hot in here. So I went to my bedroom and went through the closet and took a garbage bag and just started finding clothes that I either wasn't going to wear anymore, that I don't like the way they look, or I don't like the clothes, or they're just old, and just started dumping them into the bag. I probably put about 20 or 25 shirts in the bag, maybe a couple pairs of shorts. I watched 30 minutes of a not great documentary on Netflix yesterday about minimalism. It was just kind of boring. I didn't really like the way it was produced, but it just got me thinking about like all the clutter and stuff you guys have heard me talk about before. And I was basically looking for something to do that wasn't going to, require me to be outside in this heat, or like actively physically doing crazy things, or basically something that would keep me occupied for at least 15 to 20 minutes to kill some time, be somewhat productive, and then at the same time kind of be a value, a longer term value add to my life. So anyway, went through the closet, picked out probably 20 or 25 shirts, loaded them in the bag. I'll probably do another pass later today or tomorrow, depending on when this heat wave ends. And maybe even double that. It's just, I have so much clothes. I think I've mentioned it before. It's kind of gross. It's ridiculous. And there's some things like as I was going through today where I'm like, I probably shouldn't get rid of this. And I know, like, if I go tomorrow, I'll probably be like, why am I keeping this? And just throw it in the bag. Yeah, just thought I'd share. I was thinking about this earlier. I don't think Esports has enough foam fingers. I got this at the World Series, as you can see. Went there with actually both my brothers for one game and then my older brother for the second game. They actually lost the first game but won the second game, so I got to witness a World Series win for the Yankees. And I don't feel like there's enough of these in esports. So maybe that's something we should change. The reason that I actually turned the camera on, I just watched a video that had a lot of like really good tips and kind of like these are the common mistakes, like that kind of a video for people on YouTube that are starting channels or are newer to YouTube and have a new YouTube channel, which I consider myself, this is a new channel for me and the content's totally different. And we actually hit the goal. I had a goal of I wanted 100 subs by the end of last month and 125 by the end of this month. We're already at 130, which is awesome. I think feeding subscribers from my Twitch stream has been something that seems to be successful, and I would be streaming right now if it wasn't like 100 degrees, and it's actually about 75 degrees in my room now, so it's better. But I'm gonna wait till a little bit later in the night and maybe I'll stream tonight. But one of the tips that I thought was really interesting is that the way that a YouTube video becomes searchable isn't through when I started these vlogs, I started naming them in order with a number, right? Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, and so on. Hans! Fucking dog doesn't listen. Rudely interrupted. So when I started the vlog, I started naming all the episodes 1, 2, 3, and kept them sequential. We're now up in I think this will be the 70th? 60th? Yeah, this will be 70th. And it's unfortunately, I've been doing it wrong this whole time. So apparently that if you were to name your videos that way, you're wasting space in the title, which can be used for things that are a little bit more searchable. So I think for the next couple episodes, maybe forever, for all future episodes, I don't think I'm going to go with a numeric or sequentially numeric naming system. I'm going to go with just kind of the normal title and nothing in front of it. So I'm not going to put my channel name, I'm not going to put the episode number, I'm just going to go with what the video is actually about, and then I'm going to see how that works. It made a lot of sense to me because when I do look at a lot of the other content, especially the really bigger, successful YouTube streams or YouTube channels, none of them seem to name their content the same way that I was. So I feel like I was a little bit out of my element. It was a good video to kind of stumble across, and we're going to put it to practice and see how it works. One of the other tips that was recommended in this video, especially for vloggers and people that are trying to record a lot of FaceTime with themselves or interviewing somebody else, is to actually stare at the lens and not at the viewfinder or the digital screen. So right now I'm looking at the screen, and now I'm looking back at the lens. I'm not sure how much of a difference this is actually going to make, but again, it's another one of those things that made some sense to me, so I figured I'm going to try it out. It's a little bit weird because I don't get to see, I can see the framing and the shot composition a bit in that it's slightly above where I'm looking, but at the same time I can't tell if the sun, if the lighting behind me changes or if there's something that comes into the shot that that wasn't there before. I'm not going to see it. So this is something else I'm going to test out, and we'll see if it has any impact or any improvement on engagement. Would love your comments if you think it's weird and creepy that I'm staring you directly in the eyes now, or if you're okay if I just kind of look at the screen instead. Sounds like you're playing the drums with your tail, buddy. Easy, easy. There we go. Easy with the tail. Easy with the tail. Yes. Pretty good end to the night. Was able to close a deal, and I expect to have paperwork for said deal signed tomorrow, which is a good way to end the night. Played some Heroes of the Storm, and played a different hero to rank up, get a new hero with their free-to-play rotation. It's actually really fun. I played Stitches, hit some sick hooks, it was enjoyable. And right now, it is 1 a.m., probably going to get a late night snack, maybe like a piece of grilled chicken or something fairly light, and then call it for the day. Eli. Look at his pink belly, look at his pink belly.